All right. Welcome to the Gridiron, baby. If you give this video a thumbs up or share this video, that would be absolutely freaking awesome. If you subscribe to my channel, thank you. If not, please go down below, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon. That way, next time I go live or if I put a video out, you'll be notified. And it's free of charge. Absolutely free of charge. What do you got to lose, right? But if you are subscribed, thank you. Also, the very top link in the description box takes you to my membership page. If you want to help support my channel out, it would mean the absolute world to me. I got 3 different membership levels. Each one has their own little perks to them. So once again, if you want to help support my channel out, it would mean so much, man. I thank you in advance. And also, a little ways down in the description box is an additional link takes you to my Facebook group. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. It's my Facebook group. We have over 9,200 members in the group. It's doing simply marvelous, might I add. Basically, if I'm alive and breathing and if I have internet access, I'm putting stuff in that group darn near 365. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. It's my Facebook group. Please join it. You will not be dissatisfied. I promise. All right. Well, here we go. Another game, another loss of the Cowboys. Shocking, huh? He's come up with new ways to lose. It's team needs to learn how to win. Something here or something there, or whatever. And the Giants could be 3-1. Unbelievable. I mean, it's just simply amazing. I mean, the Cowboys, like told the end of the game, Diggs went in. I think he had cramps or something. He could get an IV or something, so he wasn't on the field. Lawrence, there was one of the plays. Daniel Jones faked, and then he kind of like bootlegged out. So Lawrence's side, nobody blocked Lawrence. Lawrence had almost had Daniel Jones down, but Daniel Jones shook loose of him, and Daniel Jones got out and he threw a pass. But then after that, Lawrence went on the side, something like with his, not his heel, his arch, I think it was. They taped his arch up. Something's wrong with his foot or his ankle. So he was out. Parsons was out. I mean, toward the end of the game, it's like they got like 13 stringers in there. We can't run the ball. We can't score a touch. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, it just unbelievable. But what I do now is let's start off here with the team grades. See where the Giants rank according to PFF, where they rank at compared to all the other teams. Now, of course, all the other teams, except for the Cowboys, have only played them all. Everybody else has only played 3 games. But so let's see where the Giants, after the Dallas debacle, where did the Giants rank as far as all the teams? So let's let me get here. Here we are. Nope. There we go. All right, here we go. Now, usually the Giants don't get much love. Not that they really deserve it, but overall team grade. Seahawks. That name sound familiar? That's who we're playing next, out in Seattle. They're 87.5. The Saints are 84.5. They're in second place. Let's see, the Giants are number 23, 66.3. Offensive grades. 49ers, number 1, 80.9. The Vikings with Sam Darnold are number 2. I mean, they don't have Debo in there, right? They don't have McCaffrey in there. And somehow with Sam Darnold, they're at 82.7. Wow. Holy cow. All right, so we know the Giants aren't anywhere near that close. Let's scroll down. There we go. The Giants are number 23, 63.2. But they are better than, according to PFF, as of right now, the grades are better than they were last year. Although our scoring is pathetic. Hey, we scored. What did we score? Scored 21 points, 18 points, 15 points, and 6 points. We're averaging, I think, like 15 points a game or something like that. I think we're averaging. So I think so after 4 games, we're actually averaging less points than we were last year. If you can believe that. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Offensive grade. I said the 49ers are 80.9. And no, I'm sorry. Passing grade. We just did that one, the offense. Passing grade. 49ers, 86. All right. The Giants passing grade. Number 18. 63.3. Now, we talk about Daniel Jones and this, that, and about the throws he made, didn't make, the catches that were made, that didn't get made, but that's another story for another time. I can go off on a tantrum on that stuff. So, pass blocking. Giants should be relatively decent here. The Colts are number 1, 85.8. The Giants fell quite a bit here on this one. 66.7. Giants run blocking is just trash. Straight up trash. All right. Receiving grade. Who's number 1? Saints, 79. Giants receiving grade were number 20. 66. Running grade. Bills, 88.8. Let's see here. The Giants running grade. Where are the Giants? Up. Okay. Let's scroll on down here. Giants running grade 26th, 63.2. They went up against the worst. What would you say? The worst. Well, I can't say. I don't know. I don't know if they were the worst. The Cowboys, as far as giving up rushing yards, I don't know. But if they were not the worst, they were one of the worst. They were probably top 2. I mean, giving up the running yards, and the Giants averaged 1 yard to carry against them. I mean, I think we ran the ball 24 times for 26 yards. It's like, are you effing kidding me? Wow. Absolutely unbelievable. All right, run blocking. Okay, we got the Colts at number 1, 82.3. I mean, well, the Colts are run blocking and pass blocking. Colts are number 1. 82.3 run blocking. Giants run blocking. We're number 30. Just straight up trash. 51.2. And I don't even know how it was even that good. I have no idea. 51.2. I have no idea how it's that good. I mean, we couldn't run against Minnesota. We couldn't run against Cleveland. If you take away Singletary's 43-yard run at the end of the game there, the Giants averaged like 2.5 yards a carry against Cleveland. And we averaged 1 yard a carry against Dallas. I mean, no idea. All right, defensive grade. Seattle, 82.5, number 1. Giants, though, number 10, 69.7. Not bad. Now, I mean, for the most part, I mean, the Giants, they only got 1 sack. There's a bunch of things you can say bad against the Giants, their defense, but the Cowboys had less than 300 yards of offense. Cowboys scored just 4 times, 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. If I told you going into the game last night, right? Hey, Jeff, the Cowboys, Cowboys only scored 4 times. The Cowboys are going to score 2 touchdowns and kick 2 field goals. I'd sign up for it in a heartbeat. 20 points. Sign up for it in a heartbeat. And as bad as the Cowboys' run defense has been, and if you told me that Lawrence was going to be out of the game, Diggs was going to be out of the game, and Parsons was going to be out of the game, I'd sign up for that in a heartbeat. Once again, found other ways to lose football games. Absolutely unbelievable. All right, let's see here. Okay, so we got the run defense. Vikings, number 1, 79.8. Giants run defense is number 18, 58.9. Tackling. The Lions, number 1, 74.6. The Giants tackling. All right, Giants 20th. 48.6. Wow. And it's just kind of funny because you got Antonio Pierce, the guy, the tackling machine, all this, that, and the other thing. Well, look who's the worst. It's just according to PFF. That's all I'm going by here. All right, look, the Raiders. Their tackling is a 29. Wow. You got 29 for the whole team. That's that ain't even words for that, how bad that is. Pass rush. Steelers number 1, 88. Giants number 6, 72.7. Now, because it goes to show you what a difference a week makes. Last week again, 4 days ago, whatever it was, 5 against Cleveland, we had like 36 pressures. This week we only had 9. We're at home. You need the big boys to step up. Kayvon had a good. He had a lot of pressure, but other than Kayvon, I think that we had like 4 pressures all game. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. All right, coverage grade. Let's see here. Seahawks, number 1. 89.9. Very impressive. The Giants, number 13. 68.4. So, I mean, that's not bad considering actually McLeod was in there last night, right? We had, Phillips wasn't in there, but Flott was in there, right? We got Banks. We got a bunch of young guys in there. Newman, Pinnock and all, so we got young guys in the secondary. And, just according to PFF, right? We're ranked kind of high, 68.4. Not bad. And hopefully with the younger guys with some more experience, if we keep continually have the Bowen defensive system and all that, hopefully, the coverage will get even better. All right, and finally, special teams. Seahawks, 86.9. All right, let's see here. Where the Giants are at, special teams, number 20, 66.6. I'm not liking that number. 6666, right? All sixes, not liking that number. But for the most part, that's not too bad. Once again, it's it's very early in the season. We've only played 4 games. A long way to go. But I mean, compared to what we were last year we were ungodly horrible. I mean, of course, a lot of that also has to do with the revolving door at the offensive line, the revolving door we had at quarterback and all of that, So it made it tough. But our grades for PFF were at least a little bit better. At least we're a little bit more respectable this season than we were last year. All right, let's go over the offensive grades after the Week 4 Dallas debacle. But I guess you can kind of figure out, who had a good, right? This guy right here, right? Who had a good offensive grade? And Daniel Jones had a good offensive grade as well, too. Teams, here we go, and time to share your screen. There we go. Let me see. Full screen? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. All right. Daniel Jones, number 1, 80.9. Very impressive. Andrew Thomas had a huge turnaround, 75.6. His pass block grade, 4 days ago, whatever it was, against Myles Garrett and company, was a 14. This week it was an 84.4. Still having a little trouble with the run blocking, as a lot of the other guys are, but huge turnaround from the week before. Malik Neighbors, number 3, 72.5 overall. John Runyon. See, what also you want to see this up. You want to see some of your blockers. You're obviously up at the top, right? So out of the top 5 guys, 3 of the top 5 are guys on the offensive line. It's just it's a little head scratching because it's like, well, all these guys block so well. How come we ran the ball and we averaged 1 yard a carry? How come we ran the ball 24 times and we got 26 yards? I mean, it's like. So Runyon, 69.8. Illuminor, 63.6. Devin Singletary, 60.6. Daniel Bellinger was in there for just 12 snaps once again, 59.9. Slayton was in there for 57 snaps, 59.8. Van Roten, 56.7. John Michael Schmitz was in there, obviously, for 68 snaps, 56.4. Jalen Hyatt was in there for 13, 54.6. And still, 4 games, still not 1 reception from Jalen Hyatt. It's almost kind of like, what you need to maybe possibly do with him is, just give him something. Let him run whatever. A button hook. You take off, right? Whatever, run, turn around at 10 yards, and I'll try to hit you. Right? Just get something in his hands. Right? But Wan'Dale Robinson, he had a lot of catches. They only grade him out of 52.9. Eric Gray was in there for just 5 snaps, graded at 52.8. Tyrone Tracy was in there for 16 snaps, 52.5. Theo Johnson, 48 snaps, graded out of 49. Jakob Johnson was in there for 7 snaps, very impressive, 48.9. Chris Manhertz is in there for 29 snaps and 48.1. The thing I don't like with Jakob, and the problem is that he was in there for 7 snaps. 6 of them were running plays. Now the thing is that I was saying I'm not a huge fan of and everything. Is get rid of this here. It's like, oh, okay, Jakob's on the field. Okay, they're going to run the ball. Yeah. It was almost a lot like, when we used to have, was it Thunder and Lightning? I think with Tiki Barber and Ron Dane. Because when Tiki would be on the field, especially back in 2000. I mean, 2000 was pretty good because we had 2000, I think Tiki had 1,000 yards rushing. I'm not sure if he had 800 or just a little shy of 800, but Ron Dane had almost 800 yards rushing. That was, of course, the year we went to the Super Bowl and all that. So it was a very, very good year. But then after that, he went from 800 down to like about 600. And then after that, he went down to 300, something like that. Whatever. But the thing was, it was kind of like when Tiki was on the field and they come to the line of scrimmage, you're like, well, Tiki's in the backfield. And they could run it or they could pass it. You don't know. But it was almost kind of like when Ron Dane ran onto the field, it's like, we're going to run the ball. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with Jakob. The only thing is, when he's in there, if it's like, 4th and 1 or something like that, okay. That's fine. And, goal to go from the 2 or something like that, or 3rd and 1, whatever, no problem. Because the other team kind of knows, when you have 37 guys on the line of scrimmage on the offensive line, they kind of realize it's a good chance it's going to be run. So I get that. The other, just that sometimes if it is like whatever, 2nd and 8, and they put Jakob on the field. It's like, uh-oh, it's going to be a run. You know what I mean? But, I mean, I said, if he's just in there for short down, situations and whatever, like 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, 3rd and goal, whatever. Yeah. But it's just, when the other team, knows he's on the field, it's like, yeah, it's going to be a run. You kind of take a little bit of the surprise out of it, right? All right. So let us defensive grades for the Giants after the Week 4 Dallas debacle. Yeah, with this one, it's, in these big games, you need your big players to be big. Wasn't quite, I mean, I think McFadden, once again, just according to PFF, that's all I'm going by. McFadden had the best grade, but it's nice to see. Right? And here we are. All right. Should share that screen. All right. So as you see, McFadden was number 1, right? 78.4. Very, very good. Pinnock, very good game. 77.6. Newman, right? 56 snaps. He was in there for every snap. 71.3. His tackling, 85.7. Very, very good. Now here with Bobby Okereke, his tackling, right? He missed, apparently, according to them, he missed 2 tackles, but 69.7. But, Burns, right? Good old Isaiah Simmons, at least they got him in there for at least 14 snaps. Simmons was obviously also on special teams as well, too. So thankfully, they're getting the guy on the field. But Burns, he was a 67.2. As I said, Isaiah Simmons, they had him listed as a strong safety, 67.2. Kayvon was in there for 46 snaps, 66.6. They credit him with 5 pressures. The Giants, according to PFF, had 9 pressures. That's a quarter of the amount of pressures we had the week before. Now, of course, the Browns' offensive line obviously was in shambles. So that was a huge factor that the Giants had in getting all those pressures last week, but we only had 9 this week. We had 1 sack. All right. Azeez Ojulari, 19 snaps, 63.9. Sexy Dexy, 46 snaps, graded a 61.4. Nick McLeod, good to see him on the field. 37 snaps, graded at 60.7. He missed a couple tackles. He hit 40%. Apparently, he had 5 chances to make a tackle. He made 3 of them. He had 2 tackles, and he assisted on 1, but he missed 2. So his tackle, so he hit 40%. Duke Shelley, the cornerback, 60.2. Jordan Riley was in there for just 1 snap. He graded out of 60. Cordell Flott, 56 snaps, graded out of 58.7. He missed, according to PFF, once again, he missed apparently half his tackles. He had 2 tackles and he assisted on 1, but he missed 3. So that's why he got such a low grade. If he did a better job at tackling, this grade, I'm sure, would be much higher. DJ Davidson was in there for 21 snaps, graded at 55.7. Tay Banks, 54 snaps, 54.6. Nacho was in there for 36 snaps, graded at a 47.8. And good old Elijah Chapman was in there for 15 snaps, graded at a 40.8. So he's kind of been like a little up and down. He hit 42.7, then he went up to a 50.8. Then last week, 86.6. Then this week, 40.8. So he's kind of going up and down, So, hopefully with somebody like Elijah, he'll get better. He's a rookie, so hopefully, if we keep him, because the way you bring guys in, and they're in, they're out, they're gone. I mean, so hopefully, um, if he stays with the Giants for a few years, hopefully he'll get better. Especially if he keeps working on his craft, working on his strength, and he hangs around with the Godfather and Dexter Lawrence and all. Hopefully, he'll get better. But I mean, is he going to be a Hall of Famer or All Pro? Probably no. But somebody like him, you certainly pull him for him. He always gives it his all, which that's all you can ask for. And hopefully, as I said, if he works on his craft, after the next couple of years, he'll start, he'll going up, right? I mean, he'll level off somewhere along the line. But you got to have guys like him on the team. Guys, who can fill in if Sexy needs a blow, but also guys that are cheap, on the cheap, and he would be on the cheap. So let's hope. Obviously, if somebody like him, good feel-good story, you're always pulling for Elijah Chapman. So he's doing good. He's really doing good. All right, now let's go over the special team grades after the Week 4 Dallas debacle. Now, as always, there's so many guys on the special teams. I mean, there was only, I think, there wasn't a ton of special teams, plays altogether. But as usual, there's a ton of guys that are on this list. Now, interestingly, Joseph, the guy that kicked 37 field goals, his grade is, I think it's like, I forgot what they gave him, like a 60 or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck's the guy got to do? I mean, he had a bunch of touchbacks. He was 5 for 5 with the field goal. I mean, what do you want? I mean, but let's see. All right, where are we at here? There we go. Let's share that screen. Okay, now if we look up here, good old Darius Muasau, fantastic is what you like to say. So he's not on the defensive field. He was going to get a lot of action on special teams, right? 15 snaps on special teams, graded at 84.3, which is huge. Fantastic. This is what you want to see from him. Dane Belton is in there for 20 snaps, 70.6. Bryce Ford Wheaton, you've seen him on the sideline. He was in there for 15 snaps, 69.3. Casey Kreider, the long snapper, 63.5. Isaiah Simmons, and he was in there for 10 snaps. So he got on the field for like 20 to 25 snaps altogether. You certainly like to see the guy on the field a little more than that, but it is what it is. 62.9. Micah McFadden, 11 snaps, 62.6. Nick McLeod, so he played defense and special teams. He was in it for 15 snaps, 62.5. Now, if he ever gets hopefully better, if he hopefully doesn't get dinged up again, and we can get like Phillips back and Adoree Jackson back, maybe time for Seattle. Maybe you'll see McLeod more predominantly on just special teams and not so much on defense. But the nice thing is about having that game on a Thursday night, now you got 10 days off till your next game. So now you got 10 days for those guys that were banged up. McLeod came back. Fantastic. Hopefully he didn't re-aggravate the knee. But, with the calf, you got another 10 days for Adoree Jackson. You got 10 days for Phillips, right? You need those guys on the field. Especially I love Phillips, man. What a great pick he was. Phillips. Tyler Newman, so he's playing safety and special teams, 61.5. Flott, same thing with him. He's on defense and special teams, just 5 snaps, 61.1. Jermaine Illuminor, 60.8. But I just wanted to show you here is that I'm like Greg Joseph, who was in there for 11 snaps. Right? He kicked off 6 times, I guess. He kicked 5 field goals, 11 snaps, 6 kickoffs, 5 field goals. I think, right? Ran out of 60, which is like just it was just like average. Makes 5 field goals, and he's just yeah, doesn't make much sense to me. But then at the bottom, you got Bellinger and Hurts, the 49 to 54.2. Ty Summers, the guy that we, obviously added to the 53-man roster specifically for his ability to play very well in special teams. He was on there for 14 special team snaps, and he graded out 54.7. But none of them are super duper horrible. As I said, a lot, especially with the special teams, you're going to see a lot right around the 60s. It's just the way it is. But good. But for this week, your top 3, right? You got Muasau, Belton, and Bryce Ford Wheaton. So those are the tackling machines. So, but I'll tell you what, I mean, especially after what Joseph did last week when he met, it was a far one. It was 48 yards. I think it was against the Browns. It was obviously outdoors, but it was on grass. Maybe he's not quite comfortable kicking out on grass. I don't know, but that would have really helped. Really would have helped seal the deal. Not totally seal, but it would help because it would have put us up by 2 scores. Mid fourth quarter, whatever it was, it really would have helped a lot. But he missed it. But we wound up winning this week. We gave him all his field goal, and he made them all. Right? We just could not, for whatever reason, punch the ball over and score. Just Giants are finding new ways each time to lose a football game. And just 1-3, and going on the road to play the Seahawks, and they're undefeated. So they got a good team. So. But so that's the team grade, the offensive grade, the defensive grade, and the special team grade. So whoever spent any time listening to me live, thank you. Or if anybody's going to spend any time watching the replay, this once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. Thank you. And as always, you guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo! Woo! Oh yeah.